Your WildRift solo queue rank is worthless, and it's getting worse every single day. Master used to be a prestigious rank, something to be proud of, cementing you as a good player on the ranked ladder. Over the course of the last couple of seasons, this once oh so great rank has been watered down to nothing more than just a rank many players achieve each season, at least on the European and the Southeast Asian side of the game. Before we delve deeper into the topic of elo inflation and the resulting effects on the ladder, I want to make it clear that it's hard, next to impossible, to get accurate data on the rank distribution since Riot doesn't publish their data. The only way to gather data for anyone on the outside is to play accounts to a specific rank and then use the in-game ladder server percentage in order to get a rough estimate of what's actually going on. And even then, the data you have access to is incredibly unreliable, as you can see in this example. You see, over the course of the last couple of months, the last couple of seasons, the Master Plus population on the European and Southeast Asian ladder steadily grew. During the middle of Season 3, the Master Plus population, that's Master, Grandmaster and Challenger, was a bit over 1% of the entire server population. Contrast that to the end of Season 6, where over 11% of the entire European ladder reside in Masters and above. This is an increase of over 10% within 3 seasons. The thing is, this issue seems to be exclusive to the European and the Southeast Asian server. In the Americas, only a little bit over 1.25% of the entire player base are Masters. Why is the European and Southeast Asian ladder so incredibly inflated compared to the ladder in the Americas? There's only one theory I was able to come up with. Buckle your seatbelts and put on your tinfoil hats. It's getting wild. WildRift launched in Europe and Southeast Asia in late 2020, bringing us Season 0 of Ranked. In the Americas, WildRift launched in late March 2021, with Season 2 only starting a few days later. According to my theory, the Americas server's algorithm is a handful of seasons behind ours, the ones in Southeast Asia and Europe, since the game was released later over there. This would mean that around Season 8 or 9, the server over in the Americas would experience the same amount of inflation as we currently do in Southeast Asia and Europe. If we compare master screenshots from EU Season 3 to NA Season 6, we can see that the Master Plus population is roughly in the same ballpark. We'll see how it'll play out. For the time being, it's just a silly theory. What does a high population in Masters Plus mean for the game? Did all the gamers suddenly improve? And are the games of a high quality? Does everybody in Masters know about the meta, the items, what to do in-game, and how to execute like basic game mechanics? Omega. WildRift Master Plus in Season 6 is the biggest joke there is. In one game you might face a pro player trio, shit-stomping you into the next season, and the next you're matched with Timmy's off-roll Ghost Smite Jungle Blitzcrank that sits in the bot brush because he didn't get the role he wanted to play. It is absolutely disgusting. In an earlier season, Riot implemented a system where master players could only get matched with other master players and above. That's a good change, on paper at least. Back in the day, people were complaining that Master Plus players could be matched with Diamond Force, ruining the game quality and making the game unenjoyable for every party involved. It is the exact same thing right now. The only thing that changed is the border you see in the loading screen. Over 11% of the entire population are Masters. That means basically every Diamond 4 player from Season 4 got pushed into Masters. So in the end, Riot tightening in the matchmaking in Masters and above changed absolutely nothing. If you asked me, it made it even worse. And here's why. People are accustomed to Masters being a prestigious rank and associate that with knowledge about the game, when in reality Masters in the modern day is nothing but Diamond and above lumped into a single division. The skill difference within this rank is so immense it blows the skill difference between Gold and Diamond out of the water. It is not about flashiness, the mechanical ability of a player or their proficiency on a champion. We are talking about fundamental game mechanics and understanding of the game here. How to trade, how to slow push waves, what certain items do, how junglers clear, what objectives are really important, how to trade objectives. The list goes on. The issue is that people that got pushed into Masters by the system think they are on the same level as people who achieved Masters in previous seasons when it was actually somewhat difficult to accomplish. In other words, they develop a toxic ego. They think that a champion is broken or that a tactic is OP in high elo because it works in Masters. Here's a little reminder. Masters is the top 11% of a server. That is anything, but most certainly not high elo. And they'll always let you know that they're in Masters, or that they are in Grandmasters and therefore possess the authority to tell you what's strong and that your opinion is wrong. It's not like I don't want people to reach higher ranks. I just want a competitive ladder and a good experience playing the game. Having sub 50% win rate players reach Challenger is the exact opposite. Another consequence of them developing a toxic ego is the increase in griefing, trolling, and hostage holding in Master Plus lobbies. The moment some of these players reach Master, they feel validated in their opinions and beliefs. Therefore, anything that doesn't conform to that is deemed unworthy, wrong, and worth throwing a game over. They wear the rank as a badge and use it as a validation of their beliefs. For them, it's a badge of honor. For anyone that achieved Masters when it was quote-unquote hard, it's just a Smurf badge. And as we all know, the Smurf badge is nothing but a silly meme. Playing a game where you have to rely on other players is frustrating. Playing a game where the skill discrepancy between players in a single game is massive is even more frustrating. Having to rely on those lower skilled players to not lose their mind and start running you down because you don't do what they deem optimal is even more frustrating. Playing high elo in WildRift has always been cumbersome, be it the infinite queue times from back in Season 2, the 5-man spam from Season 4, or the inflation that's taking place as we speak. It's not fun to play, and I'm not alone with that opinion. If you look at your favorite content creators out there, I can guarantee you that the vast majority of them are frustrated with Ranked and that they don't enjoy playing the game in its current state. I can also guarantee you that they love this game and that they want it to succeed in the future. It hurts to see how the competitive integrity of this game is getting ruined by the current matchmaking system. The current ranked system rewards quantity over quality. It doesn't matter how well you play, as long as you play enough each season. Ranked Fortitude, granting free losses even in Challenger, should not be a thing. This only pushes more players into higher ranks and worsens the already bad game quality. The best ranked player in the world could be outranked by someone that plays 3 times as many games as him, whilst winning under 50% of his matches. This is not healthy for the game, the competitive integrity of the ladder, and the community's perception of Riot, WildRift, and the League of Legends brand in general. Now that we know what's going on, how it affects the game, its content creators and player base, it's time to talk about why this could be happening. Of course, we don't know for sure. We are not Riot, we can only speculate. Riot wants people to play WildRift. People that play WildRift and rank up over time tend to be pretty happy playing this game. Pretty happy players playing this game are more inclined to spend $1 or $2 on cosmetics, since they enjoy playing this game and ranking up. So giving these players a higher rank each season satisfies the players' need for progression, they feel better, they spend more time playing and spending. It's genius, and you have to respect it. It's the perfect system to keep the core player base engaged and happy, whilst only hurting the very top of the ladder from many seasons ago. Riot can live without these players. Riot doesn't care about the best players. The best players don't pay Riot's bills, they're expendable. Riot wants to keep the average Joe playing this game and spending money on it. After hearing all of this, what needs to change so WildRift can become a successful, competitive mobile MOBA? In our opinion, there are a few necessary steps that need to be taken as soon as possible. Step 1. Hard reset the ladder. Reset every account back to the starting MMR and let everyone climb again. Step 2. Make it harder to reach Master Plus Elo by removing Fortitude after a certain rank and requiring a 50% plus win rate in order to climb. Step 3. Add in-game resources to teach people about the game and the roles on a higher level, especially jungle. Always remember, if you die 1v1, it is not your jungler's fault. If you die 2v2, it is not your jungler's fault. You dying 1v1 and your jungler losing his entire top side or bot side as a consequence is exclusively your fault. Stop blaming your jungler for things you could have spotted by just paying attention. Step 4. Introduce an honor system that offers rewards based on honor rank. If I'm not mistaken, the Chinese version has something in the game akin to this. I think they also get locked out of ranked if your honor drops too low, but I'm not sure about that. Adding on top of the honor system, we need better detection of toxicity, soft inting, and griefing. Punish people for ruining games. We here at RiftGuides hope that the ranks of Master and above regain their original prestige and that the general distribution of ranked returns to that of a bell curve. We hope Riot finds a balance between catering towards the bulk of the player base and their highly competitive Halo population. If Riot decides that the normal ranked ladder is supposed to be a casual place, turn Legendary Queue into the die-hard competitive mode that only allows you to climb with a win rate of 50% or above. At the beginning of Legendary Queue, you were theoretically able to climb to Legend with a 33.4% win rate, given that you spammed enough games, of course. They fixed that specific issue, sure, yet you're still able to find people in High Immortal with a sub 50% win rate. Additionally, we'd love to see the aforementioned implementation of educational resources into the client, so it's easier for people to learn about the game. This is just one perspective on this entire topic, but it's something that needs to be said. We need to raise awareness and create a healthy discussion about this topic. It's neither fun for inflated players, nor for other players to play in an environment that features a massive amount of skill variance from game to game. I hope you can now understand that maybe you didn't just improve from being 3 seasons in Emerald to becoming a master player all of a sudden, but that it's far more complicated and systematic than you believe. Is there any hope? That's up to Riot to decide.